Great presentation. And I really appreciate how you're doing something sustainable within a community. My question around gardening is, what about inclement weather, problems with the crops? Have you thought about any contingency plans around if it doesn't bear the crops you think in the first year, or anything else to make sure the production is at the level that you think it's going to be?
So that was kind of taken into consideration when we did our consultation with Thrive for Good. The climate in general is very good for this kind of thing. There's no real dry season, so we can have 2 harvests in the first half of the year, another one in the second. In terms of contingency, it's mostly we're anticipating that not a lot of revenue will be created in the first year anyways, so that we've kind of built that into our costs going towards the workers' wages and kind of keep that going. And then hopefully we'll be able to continue in the other years. So we're not anticipating for a lot of revenue to be produced in the first year, even if things don't go well. We're kind of anticipating for that. A big part of it is still just the knowledge and the skills that they get from this, not necessarily in the first part of it. It's more of a long-term goal that the produce will be sold and that'll go back into the garden.
Just a quick question. With the community that you're working in, how many people do you think will be impacted by this project over, let's say, a 1 or 2 year period?
So about 50 to 75 people will receive the nutrition in the first year. That's about 8 families. And then with the second year coming around, it will double and then triple and then so on.
Yeah, and just to that point, from a nutritional standpoint, is your NGO then consulting you on what crops should be grown, what a balanced diet looks like, what trace elements should be going into diets? That's part of the question. And then the second part of it is, how do you replicate this so you're doing tens of thousands of acres?
So I guess the first part, the great part about Thrive for Good is that they've done this in hundreds of communities in Kenya, and it's been extremely successful. So when we did our consultation, he gave us the best way to use the land with the most nutritious crops, and he was an expert with this. Moringa was one of the foods that was, we don't really hear about. It's incredibly nutritious. So that was built into the plan.
We got the consultation from a man named Tim Wise from Thrive for Good, and he went into depth of pages and pages of exact crops, what will work, how he'll grow them, and sort of what's worked for them. And that's sort of what we'll be doing and training our workers. And then through the training programs, we'll spread that specific knowledge and those techniques.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. So part of the second phase, what I was talking about, the communities, the workers coming in from surrounding communities, part of that is the spreading of it. So we can use this land as workshops, they gain experience, and that spreads out. They go back to their communities and start similar projects, and we'd certainly be talking to Thrive because they've had it on such a large scale in Kenya. Then we'd continue to talk with them and see how we can build this